Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's video. Day 10 is going to take us to the 16th of December. We'll be able to extend out beyond that. We attend GFS and ECM ensembles. We're trying a couple of weeks. Have a look at CFS 2 at the end of the video. For the next 4 weeks, it gets us into the new year. I shall get on with that for you in a second. Just say that the first video release day was our 7 AM upload. And we've also released, if that wasn't up, a December forecast. We're very, very late with December forecast, but it is now out there for you. So have a look at that and see what we are predicting. Thank you so much for doing that. Right, now, before I get on with 10 for today, just to say about the merch. So of course, Christmas is coming. We're just 2 or 3 weeks away from it, from the big day. You might want a little bit of GavsWeatherVids merch for Christmas. So I thought I'd talk you through our merch store. This is the GavsWeatherVids spring store. You can find the link to this in the description with the videos, and we also link to various items underneath the videos on the channel. So we've got face masks, we've got phone cases, we've got stickers. They're very nice. We've got a lovely pillow. We gave away a couple of pillows. Very, very nice pillows. We've got a lovely looking beach towel, so you can get one of those in for your holidays. We've got mugs. We've got t-shirts. And also got sweaters. We've got hoodies as well. There's even a pint glass. You can drink your magic water out of GavsWeatherVids pint glass. We've got the just new GavsWeatherVids snowman sticker. That looks quite nice, actually, as well. So, yeah, you know, it's all out there for you. If you would like a little bit of GavsWeatherVids merch, just go to the GavsWeatherVids spring store. And, you know, you can select whatever items you want. And it's great. Thank you so much for doing that. We have sold quite a bit of merch, actually, over the past few weeks. You know, building up towards Christmas. So if you want a little bit of GavsWeatherVids merch for Christmas, or you know somebody who would like a little bit of GavsWeatherVids merch for Christmas, then it's all out there for you. Thank you so much, everybody, for that. Right, okay, we'll move on. We're going to talk about Storm Barra, first of all. So, let's have a webcam. I'm going to have a look at the severe weather warnings from the UK Met Office. So, here we are. Tomorrow, Tuesday, 7th December, we've got warnings galore. Yeah, warnings galore. Wind warning in force for, like, southern and western areas. Storm Barra will bring very windy conditions to western UK with severe gales. We've also got a wind warning there. High winds are expected to affect much of the UK on Tuesday, causing travel disruption. You've got a rain and wind warning just here for Northern Ireland as well. Strong winds and heavy rain bring a risk of travel disruption. We've also got warnings for snow for Scotland and Northern England down to the North Midlands. Heavy snow is expected across northern parts of Great Britain, bringing a likely travel disruption, especially over high ground. It's all going to be happening. All these warnings are valid from, like, breakfast on tomorrow. So it's going to be wild. It's going to be a wild old time. These do extend out into Wednesday as well. The rain and wind warning for Northern Ireland is valid until 9 AM on Wednesday morning, and the wind warning in the southwest, that is valid until 6 PM on Wednesday afternoon / evening. So a wild old time to come, and look after yourselves if you're out and about tomorrow night and into Wednesday morning. From Storm Barra. It's going to be quite nasty. So the temperature is looking like this. The CT is standing at 5.3, which is bang on the long-term average, 61 to 90 average, up to the 5th of December. Yeah, quite a cool start to December. We're anticipating we keep temperature quite close to average as the month progresses, with warmer, milder and colder outbreaks offsetting one another. Spoiler alert, I'm so sorry if anybody's not seen the December forecast yet, but it is in line with our, with our winter forecast, which was for average temperature, not deviated from winter forecast at all, as given that we only released it like 3 or 4 days ago. I didn't think we ought to deviate from winter forecast yet. Right, okay, so these are GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles next couple of weeks. We're looking at Birmingham today. The red line is 30-year upper air temperature average. Birmingham is starting off below average at the moment, rather cold, but we are going to see the upper air temperatures lifting up as we go into next week in particular, and then on into the second half of December. It does look quite mild, with the upper air temperature significantly above the 30-year temperature average. So definitely a milder spell is coming in terms of upper air temperatures. Not necessarily that straightforward, but more about that in a second. Precipitation-wise, will be very unsettled over the next week or so, particularly this precipitation right just here, that storm Barra, bringing lots of heavy rain. There will be snow further north with that as well. And just regular sort of rainfall coming through there right way through the weekend and into above next week. However, moving into the third week of December, extended range, but we have got a bit of a drying trend appearing there. So the temperatures are lifting up and it gets warmer in terms of the upper air temperatures. So we will get a little bit of a drying trend as well. So this is going to be associated with high pressure, as we've been saying. We are going to see pressure rising. At the moment, we've got pretty low pressure, around 1,000 millibars. We're going to go down to 980 with Storm Barra. But then after that, we're trending upwards with pressure. And the ensembles here indicating that we're going to get some very high pressure indeed into the second half of December, probably between around 1,030 and 1,040 millibars. So with high pressure building in, upper air temperatures will rise, but on the surface, the temperature isn't guaranteed to be overly mild. These are the surface temperature ensemble, starting off cold, of course, at the moment. They do lift up as we go into next week, somewhere between around 8 and 10 degrees. And then there's like a cooling trend that's going on as we start to run towards Christmas. We may well start to see things getting cold. That's probably under high pressure and just an increasing risk of frost, maybe fog and that sort of thing. Of course, if you take the high pressure further north and send it over Scandinavia or Greenland or Iceland, then we will pull in genuinely cold air from the north and from the east as well. Right, so that's all the ensemble data that we need to look at. Let's move on. Then we'll have a look at the temperature anomaly. So temperature anomalies from the 6th through to 14th. I would say we're going to be slightly below average. Scandinavia still standing out as being quite cold. Precipitation anomalies from the 6th through to 14th December. A bit on the wetter than average side, particularly for more western areas. Latest wind flow map from UrbanOldSchool.net shows that we're bringing in westerly winds at the moment, and here's Storm Barra waiting in the wings just there. That's going to be with us tomorrow, giving a wild day. This is how the UK Met Euros looking midnight on Thursday. So that area of low pressure air right over top of the country is the decaying Storm Barra, but we'll still be bringing heavy rain and certainly heavy showers anyway across many parts of the country on Thursday. That gets out of the way, and then into the end of the weekend we build up this little ridge. That will be quite a cold ridge with overnight frost likely at the end of the week. Then the next low starts to move in later in the weekend. That brings wet weather across the country, some snow in the north, and then we get up towards this time next week, which is day 8, Monday the 13th of December at midnight. Next low pressure is rolling in off the Atlantic. But next week looks quite unsettled. Notice heights relatively high to both the south and to the east. We are trying to build up some pressure there, but it'll probably be more towards the second half of the month if high pressure takes over. GFS midnight run looks like that. Low pressure again over top of the country on Thursday. That will bring plenty of unsettled weather. Stays unsettled into the end of the week as well. This is Saturday. High pressure over Scandinavia is really trying to take over. But the Atlantic's just got too much energy in it. So instead, we keep the low pressures coming in off the Atlantic Ocean. And increasingly unsettled and a little bit milder as well as we go into the early part of next week. That's day 10, with high pressure to our southwest trying to build northwards. Generally still quite unsettled though at day 10. Beyond that though, the high pressure does take over, building up from the south and more or less centering over top of the country. That brings a lot of dry weather through the third week of December, running up towards Christmas. And we probably get some frost and fog coming along with that. Now, right at the very end of the GFS midnight run, we're talking about over 2 weeks away now, but right at the very end, look where the midnight run takes that high pressure, pulls it out into the Atlantic and starts to move it up towards Greenland. Consequently, 22nd of December, as far as we get to with the GFS midnight run, we're starting to pull down colder winds from the north, beginning to set up even, and there is an area of high pressure. The Siberian high is lurking there, so could those two highs build one sort of large blocking feature around there? If they did, then that would set us up for a cold Christmas with easterly winds. But of course, that is over 2 weeks away and is therefore unlikely to verify. Interesting chart, though. This is how the GFS 6Z is looking. This is the very latest, of course. Again, we've got low pressure coming in off the Atlantic through the end of the week. Quite cold as well, with those areas of low pressure and high pressure building through the country, having a really good go up the Scandinavia high taking over, but the Atlantic just has too much energy to allow that to happen. So instead, we keep these areas of low pressure coming through into the early to middle part of next week. Stays unsettled. That's day 10 in a proper westerly. Looking unsettled then, with showers, longer spells of rain. In the more extended range again, high pressure is trying to build up from the south. It's a very mild ridge, dragging up the wind from the southwest. So at least initially, we will see quite a significant increase in temperature there. That's how we finish up as we get to the end of the GFS 6Z. No mid-Atlantic ridge trying to get to Greenland. Instead, just sort of very unsettled with low pressure continuing coming from off the Atlantic. Notice the Siberian high on the very top right of the chart is up to 1,055 millibars with its central pressure. It's a very, very intense area of high pressure there that is pushed in from Siberia. We need to keep a close eye on it. Right, GM, looks like that. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for doing that. And drop a comment. Let's know what you think about this and all of our videos. We need to put on fewer than 10 subscribers now, around 6 or 7 subscribers only, to get to 12.8k. Please give us a sub. Thank you so much for doing that. GM has low pressure over top of the country on Thursday. That will bring heavy showers and even some longer spells of rain too. More low pressure rolling in off the Atlantic into the weekend through to the early part of next week, staying very unsettled all the way up to day 10 with the GEM. And then the ECM looking like that. Low pressure is over the country on Thursday. More low pressure in off the Atlantic through the weekend and into the early part of next week. It is a little bit of an onslaught type pattern, although by day 10, pressure just beginning to rise a little bit from the south. That's very mild again, pushing up wind from the southwest, but it's starting to turn drier down in the south. This is the precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from Meteo.com. So in comes Storm Barra through the course of tomorrow. That will bring heavy rain through the morning in the west, and then that will sweep eastwards in the afternoon, turn to heavy snow through Scotland and high ground of northern England, with blizzards likely over hills and mountains. Very wet further south of that, of course. And then we go on into the rest of the week, and we're looking unsettled with wintry showers and longer spells of rain mixed in. Into the weekend, staying unsettled then too. Some snow again there on the 11th of December for the northern half of the country. Meanwhile, further south, it is primarily rain, and we keep it going really right way through to the very end. Although as temperatures become milder, we start to lose the snow risk, and the rain becomes mostly confined to the far northwest. Southern areas turn drier. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10, which gets us to the 16th of December. 18 members of the ECM ensembles have high pressure towards Scandinavia, and will therefore be bringing in quite a cold easterly flow. Not a classic EC, you've got to get high pressure a little bit further north than that, high sort of centred over Denmark rather than central Sweden and Norway. Nevertheless, we are bringing in air from the east. It looks cold and would be frosting with that. So 18 are doing that. Another 18, though, are doing this with high pressure to the south and low pressure to the north, and they're bringing in this mild west or southwest wind. And that does include the ECM control and operational run. The operational run is the run we've just been looking at, of course. And then 15 with low pressure in of the Atlantic, high pressure, like a wall of high pressure to our east. And so that's a little bit of a battleground UK type scenario, with the low pressure trying to maintain westerlies, but the high pressure trying to bring in easterlies. So that's like in between. So very split within the ECM ensembles, I have to say. And, you know, we might turn colder as we get into the second half of December with high pressure taking over. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we have got. This gets to 21st of December, running up towards Christmas. 19 members of the ECM ensembles have high pressure right over top of the country, mainly dry, cold and frosty. 16 with high pressure to our south, low pressure is to the north, and that's going to be quite mild, bringing the winds to the west. And then another 16 here have a proper old Scandi, that's a proper Scandinavian high, and easterly wind. That's going to be cold, and maybe even colder to bring snow showers to southern and eastern areas. What is that? Around 4 days before Christmas. How very interesting will that be? Right, so very split in the ECM ensembles, though, both day 10 and also day 14. CFS finally, and then we're done. These are 500 millibar heights breaking down to week periods. The first week period can take from the 6th through to 12th of December. The coming week is cool and unsettled with low pressure in off the Atlantic, along with a little bit of a northwest-southeast alignment to the jet stream. Week 2 is going to be the 13th to the 19th of December. High pressure building to our south and east. Low pressure is out to the west, and winds are coming up from the southwesterly direction. That's going to be drier, but will be quite mild. Week 3 is going to be the 20th, 26th of December, just getting us to Christmas. And we've got high pressure to the south and also to the east. Low pressure is out here. That's going to be dry and relatively mild, although we might get some frost and fog under the ridge of high pressure. But look what happens into week 4. This is the most interesting chart we've seen from the CFS for a very long time. This is 27th of December to the 2nd of January. So between Christmas and New Year, we take the high pressure much further northwards, centre it between Greenland and Svalbard, with low pressure around Spain. That really is bringing a proper easterly. That's really bringing proper easterly winds. Air with that is originating from, you know, Siberia and from the Urals and whatnot. And that would be bringing a proper easterly there. Much, much colder with that in towards the new year. Temperature anomalies with CFS week 1, 6th to 12th December, are around to slightly below average, especially in the north. But week 2 goes much milder. This is the 13th to the 19th of December, significantly above average temperatures then. Into week 3, it's the 20th, 26th of December, and it's a little bit above average then. But look at this, week 4, we bring in most easterly winds and the temperatures plummet, getting colder than average, not just the UK, but if you trace those cold average temperatures back, you see me just go all the way back to here, all the way back to central Russia, and they're pushing in on those easterly winds. Could that be a bitterly cold January emerging? I wonder, but it's 4 weeks away, so of course it's unreliable. As isn't it always? Right, so please smash the like button if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to sub to the channel. Thank you so much for doing that. To your friends and family and everybody else, your vicar, your doctor, your mother-in-law, even if you want to subscribe if you dare. And thank you so much for doing that. And we are going to get 12.8k very, very soon now, I think. So please give us a sub. Go to 12.8k. Not that I'm begging or anything, but please give us a sub. And thanks so much for doing that. And drop a comment as well. Let us know what you think. Right, that's it then for today's vids. Tomorrow, we've got the 7 AM broadcast. We'll have the European Outlook, extended 30-day European Outlook, and a 10 to 14 day as well. I think I've got another Christmas update penciled in for tomorrow also. It's going to be a busy day. But for today's videos anyway, that's all for now. You enjoy the rest of your Monday. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.